Okay, so you know what? Forget I. Okay, that can stay there. There's some other stuff I have, like some soundtrack stuff. Uh, this one here. That's all the background music from. I believe it's from the movie, and there's some stuff from the TV series on here as well. There's inside. Not sure if this is a bootleg or not. A lot of this stuff, a lot of the Macross stuff, I got through a importer called Books Nippon. And shout out if anybody remembers who's watching this video, Books Nippon. I got a lot of stuff off of that. And here's another one, the Macross 2, which I was not crazy about. I did not like Macross 2 that much. I mean, that was the one with the reporter, the main character was reporter, and I mean I like look at that, that's pretty cute. Like the kawaii artwork. Again, yeah. Okay, let's see. And here's one of the things that I'm sure a lot of us did. Just made my own mixtape. And because I wrote down everything in Japanese, and the what do they call that? The paper inside the tape, the tape cover or whatever. I got that out of New Type magazine, New Type Media magazine. I bought a lot of those back in the day, and there were like a couple of issues where they had a whole bunch of these inside the magazine. Yeah. And that one is, yeah, that's a Gundam, I think. And of course, this is something I also got through that U.S. Renditions Robotech Perfect Collection. This is the first time that the music from Robotech was actually available for purchase. And there's the CD. Just a little thing there. And this one came out after the release of the Sentinels, which I also have. There. Is there anything in here? Just yeah, lyrics. Because those songs they were so complicated. And I bought this not too long ago. I've been wanting to get this for a long time, and I finally found this version of it. It used to be called. I remember seeing it in the Books Nippon catalog. Minmay Sings for You. So yeah, I finally got this from Victor, of course. I think Victor is still. I think Ijima Mari, she's basically got her singing career off of from Victor. They didn't give her a music career. She signed with them. Yeah, and she was the voice and the singing voice of the original Macross Minmay. If anybody doesn't know, I mean, I'm a fan of both. I am closer to Robotech, but I still love Macross, and I can like the original Macross, and I know that I like the Minmay version of Minmay in Macross. Again, no, this is not about voice acting. This was about the characterization. I like the version of Minmay from Macross, and I don't really like the version of Hikaru. Like, I don't like Hikaru Chicho from Macross. I felt he was a little. I don't know. I don't like he just seemed. I just can't get over him slapping Minmay near the end of the Macross movie, like that. Yeah. You can accuse me of being. Feel free to accuse me of being woke because I don't like a misogynist action. But anyway, so there we go. And here, this from Palladium Games and Harmony Gold. I ordered this from the back cover of a Palladium Robotech role-playing game. That's the, and yeah, it's the original VHS video cassette of Robotech 2: The Sentinels. It has the, was it the first 3 episodes or 4? I can't remember. Yeah, wow. Very cool. This, I don't know how many people still have a copy. I don't know how many of these were printed, were produced. So I don't know if this is like, I don't know. It's in a little rough shape, so maybe it's not worth a lot of money. I don't know, but I don't, that's not something I would sell anyway. And this is the Shadow Chronicles. They did this. When was this done? Just a few years ago. No, not a few years ago. Wow. 2006. Oh my God. Really? It's been that long? Oh my God. I liked having more stuff with Scott and Marlene, but I don't know. I hope they don't continue on with this. If they're going to do more Robotech, I want them to do the Sentinels. That's what I want. Nothing wrong with this. It's just the story. I don't really like the direction of the story. So anyway, and of course this came out not too long, probably around the same time. I got it probably around the same time as that one, maybe just before. That's the finally got it on DVD. I don't have it on Blu-ray. I mean, I don't really need it on Blu-ray. It was pretty decent for the time that Macross and all the other shows were put out in Japan, but it was TV animation. There's some of the covers there. And I like that you got to see some of the other characters on it. There you go. And then the special features. So, okay, sorry. I don't want to just flip it because I've seen it. Doesn't mean you've all seen it there. And of course, there's Minmay. We want you for UN Spacey, because I would love to go to space. Okay, and yeah, you already saw that. Oh yeah, this is there's that. I don't know how many of you had these. This is Funimation. Did Funimation do this? I can't remember who it was. Suitable for all ages, which is true. I mean, when my daughter was a kid, we watched Lord of the Rings, so that's a lot more frightening than this. Although maybe this is more existentially frightening. I don't know. Blow up destroy cities and stuff. Okay, here we go. This is how for millions of years, this is how most people in Canada and U.S. and Mexico and South America were able to get their anime, their original Macross stuff, by copies of copies. And that's what this was. This was a copy of, it has Macross, the movie, the Do You Remember Love, Macross movie. It has a copy of Wizards on it, Ralph Bakshi. Probably his best work, but, let's be honest. He had to cut a lot of corners. Did what he had to do. And of course, the horrible butchering of Nausicaa. It was It was Warriors of the Wind, it was basically a recut version of Nausicaa, the Valley of Wind, recut to try and make the other guy. I can't remember his name. I've got like the frickin' manga collection. Finally got a finished copy of the entire thing of Nausicaa. So I can't remember the character's name. Anyway, he tried to make him the main character, but like, yeah, it didn't work. Anyway, this is the version where it's English dubbed, but it's clear that it's dubbed in Japan because the dialogue is sometimes it's a little transliterated as opposed to just like reorganized so that it works better. Yeah, it's filled with a lot of funny moments. A man and a woman. What's that? A man and a woman. It must be protoculture. And this is this version of Macross on cassette. I think it had two episodes of the series, but it also had two episodes of the original Macross series on here too. So streamlined pictures. So that happened. There you go. Here's some games. For the original Xbox. I don't know if anyone played these. I thought this one was a little bit of a better game. Didn't finish either of them. There's like a whole bunch of other stuff. There's a whole bunch of other games that came out at the same time. And of course, here is my Robotech role-playing game collection here. There's the original one. I only played this once or twice, but I just kept spending money on it. Like, what can I say? There's statistics. It's the SCF1. Let's see. Main bodies MDC is 12,000. Anyway, weapons. The main weapon? Anti-space cruiser weapon, main gun, reflex cannon. It says destroys absolutely everything, but I decided to write in that it does 2d6 times 1 million MDC. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, there you go. There's some of the other, some of this. See, Rick Hunter, IQ 12, ME, mental endurance 15. Yeah, so anyway, none of that stuff. I'd have to do a whole episode on this. There's the second one, the RDF manual, the Zentradi book there. A little adventure module type of thing. I think they only did 2 of these. Ghost Ship, RDF accelerated training program. They probably should have released this first, but it seems like they didn't have a lot of trouble keeping the game going. There's the Southern Cross. Yeah, let's see if it's got any cool stuff in here. There's the one that the space helicopter. Like, why would you need a helicopter in space, people? Come on. And the Indid Invasion source book. That's like that really cool Mospita art on the back. Lots of, there's a map of the world. Big mess. There you go. Again, love that design. And, oh, that's pretty cool. And, of course, Long. He did a lot of the artwork for Palladium. And his artwork always looked very cool. And, of course, then the sequel came out. And then we got Robotech the Sentinels. There's true story. When I married my wife, I love that image there. We played together from the Sentinels, like Rick and Lisa's wedding song. That was one of our wedding songs. She wanted the Color of My Love, a Celine Dion, so that was the second one. Here's some of the Sentinels species. Got allies. There's the, I can't remember oh yeah, Pegasus. And where is she? Where is she? Is she in here somewhere? I can't remember. The Robotech android that sang together with Minmay at the wedding. I can't remember what her name was. And of course, this is the last one I bought, the field manual. Just like, I guess, a whole bunch of stuff. If you want to do your own, create your own stuff. It does have the character. It does have stats on Dr. Lang, Professor Lang. So that was cool, I guess. He was a character that was much more important in the books than he was in the movie. I think in the show, you only see him like once or twice. The longest bit on the screen in the original TV series, he was a guy explaining to Captain Global that they had no idea why the spacefold engines disappeared. So, but again, that's another thing that that's something that makes no sense at all in the show, but it's basically turned into a plot point for the for the book series. So it's kind of like the protoculture itself is alive, and it's kind of like, you know, directing events from a certain point of view. And here we go. This is something. Wow, I'm really running long on this one. I'm going to speed it up. This, My Fair Minmay. I bought this because I thought I was trying to like. It was the only Robotech or the only Macross thing they had, so I bought it. And it's basically, it's like, you know, there's part of it where it's Minmay's diary. There's like lots of like pictures, like there Minmay, and let's see, there's Minmay's friends. There's a little explanation of her relationship and what she, well, no, really what she thought of them all. More stuff like, oh, or Minmay, and it's a Minmay, right? And this is another nice character, like cast shot, I guess you could say. Pretty cool. Just say, I really like Claudia. Yeah, her story in the books was a little bit more detailed, you know, dealing with Roy's PTSD and all that, which they didn't really touch on the TV series version. Maybe they touched on it more in Macross. I've not actually finished watching the original Macross TV series. I found it on YouTube, and like there's like some music here as well. There's yeah. Yep. I used to know the words to Minmay songs. Watashi no kare wa piloto. Yeah, there you go. There you go. And that image, as you can see, it came out. I turned that into a t-shirt. And of course, then there's just like story. I don't know if anybody can read that, if you can get close enough for you. Anyway, yeah, so cute little silly thing. Then there was the Robotech art books. It's basically art. Stuff about character. Like, of course, there's an explanation. Oh, there's Lin Kai-Fu. Everybody hates that guy. Though he was a little more sympathetic in the Macross version. In the novelization, the Robotech novelization, he was basically abusive. So, didn't like the guy. Yeah. Little synopsis of every episode. Where's the... Oh, yeah, there's... character art. Marlene, Bowie Grant, who I really liked Bowie. I was right there with him. Although, you know, fall in love with that crazy alien girl with the harp. Good old Bowie. Here's the second one, which a lot of original artwork here. done for this. I really like the one on the cover, was really cool, and a lot of kind of some. This is like fan artwork that I guess they decided to put in, which is kind of cool. Ah, yes, Exodor. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if you want to like that one, Nova. I really like that one, Nova. Okay, I'm assuming a lot of you know some of the characters, otherwise this would be like a 5-hour video. And here's like the Robotech art. Here's the artwork for the Sentinels, which they never quite finished. So there's a lot more stuff in here that you don't get to see. It's like updated versions of the Battloids. There's the Invid. There's the Regents Invid spacecrafts. A Mac 2, sort of a Mac. I think it was called a Mac 1. The big thing that looked like basically a bunch of cannons on feet. Some of the original species that were members of the Sentinels. There's Ron. Yes, he looks like a Wookiee. Oh, and of course, let's see if I can find him again. He was a guy who was created to be pretty much the main bad guy, the main human bad guy, because it can't be post-war Japanese anime unless it has human beings being dicks to each other. So there he is, T.R. Edwards. Or B.D. Edwards? I don't remember. I thought it was... I can't remember. There's Dr. Lang. He, again, is set to take a much more... being more present in the Sentinels. Unfortunately, Sentinels never got finished. Then, of course, there's all the comics. And we'll go this from Comico. Yep, Comico, the comic company, which no longer exists. This was the basically the comic version of the first original content for Robotech that was not taken from something else. This was all like they never actually made this into a show or filmed any of it, but it's in the novels and it's here. And one thing I really liked, I love like the inking on this is really good. I mean, the colors just pop. I mean, it looks gorgeous. And oh, there's a young Edwards and a young Roy Fokker arguing over whether democracy or fascism are worth the trouble. And here's like a little bit of kind of explains what happened, why the ship was sent, and there's the actual original Zor right there. Then a lot of the other stuff, it's like there's another version of it, Robotech Genesis. I had a lot of the original run of Robotech from Comico, but this is probably the one that's most well known because of the gorgeous, this beautiful wraparound cover. And look at that. That's fantastic. That looks so awesome. And I love scary, nasty, evil, heavy metal, but I also love a good love story. So there you go. Like this. Oh my God, I got so much. There's more. There's Battle, Chiron. Roar! I'm crazy. There we go. Making deals. Robotech Special. Don't remember what's in here. Robotech the Sentinels. The comic book. Retelling. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There's more Robotech Sentinels. That's the first cover, right? The first issue. This is from Eternity. Eternity won the license from Comico. I don't know if Comico had already died, but they started doing their version. They did a couple other. Tried to launch some original stories, but I didn't really care because nothing. Didn't really feel like anything was at stake, you know. Yeah. So there we go. Is that pretty much covers it? So, wow, this is long. This has been the longest video I've put out ever. So if you like any of this stuff, tell me about it. I mean, I'd love to hear what if you have any of this. Yeah. So there it is. Robotech, Macross. I love them both. I am hopeful that the Robotech live action movie might actually happen. Fingers crossed, it's not really, I hope they don't bend over backwards to get through the Chinese censors, and that we end up with something not that great, like, what was that one? The movie with the giant robots and the kaiju. Yeah, I want something a little more serious, so like, and of course the music has to be good. I don't know. Ijima Marie, she knows how to speak English. Maybe she could help with the writing. I have no idea, but yeah, hopefully it'll be good. And Macross forever.